Hello and welcome back to another episode of Brooklyn Nets franchise here on NBA 2K25. In this episode, we are going to be getting to the NBA trade deadline, playing through the All-Star game, and playing our game for the month of February. If you were interested, here is a look at the All-Star teams. Also, for future reference, I did accidentally forget to start the microphone for this episode, so half of the game is going to be narrated post-commentary, and around halftime I figured it out. So, we're simming through here, and obviously this trade is popping up. I don't know why the Rockets are so eager to trade Cam Johnson. They traded for him from us very recently. Taking a look at this game against the Blazers, Shaedon Sharpe and friends absolutely decimated our defense, while Cam Thomas leads the way with 26. Chet Pickett finally having a pretty good game, 24 and 7. Ultimately, Steven Adams shooting 4 for 11 does not help us, and we do unfortunately take the L. So now we are at the NBA trade deadline, and I'm not going to lie, there are quite a few moves that go down here. First, we're going to take a look at the NBA standings real quick, just check in on a bunch of the teams in the league, see how they're doing. Obviously, Philly is a team specifically that has had serious problems. They were 500 last year, and now you've got Maxey, George, and Embiid on a 16-win team over halfway through the year. Very, very bad for them. Milwaukee, Boston, Miami. I mean, there's a lot of teams that you feel like are more likely to be in the playoffs that are just not there right now. Looking at the West, Memphis, Utah, Phoenix, Memphis specifically is underachieving. They've got a lot of guys in their prime, Ja, 26, Desmond Bane, 27, and 26 for Jaren Jackson Jr., and then they've got some young talent on the rise. Are they going to sell? Are they going to buy? What type of deal are we thinking there? There's a lot on the table. And looking at Phoenix, you've got Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant ending his career. He's 37 years old, not much left in the tank, and he's, just whittling it away on an 18-win Suns team. Also looking at LA, LeBron, AD, maybe some of those guys go on the move. There's a lot to shake up in this Western Conference, and I'm really excited to get through this trade deadline with you. Looking at our roster, everything is pretty balanced, honestly. I don't feel like we end up making a trade at the deadline just because I feel like the way that the roster is depth-wise and balance-wise, I feel very good about it. I don't think there's any positions that we really need to make any upgrades on. We kind of already made our big trades by sending Claxton to the Thunder and getting those two, hopefully, lottery picks from the Thunder. Obviously, the Clippers pick this year and the Jazz pick. So I feel like that's enough of a change to make there. And, obviously these picks are pretty valuable. We're banking on these a lot to hit, and hopefully we can score one or two really, really good prospects. Before we do get into the trade deadline, I want to take a look at some contract extensions. Ben Simmons only looking for 13 a year. Zaire Williams only looking for 12 a year. Those are some pretty cheap extensions, especially given that we already signed Zaire to like a $20 million a year contract previously. To get him in the prime of his career, essentially, for $12 million a year, we are absolutely going to do that. And taking a look at the salary, the next 2 years, he's making 19 and 21 mil. And then after that, we're going to get him on basically 13 mil a year. Not too bad. Ben Simmons also willing to do a deal like this where, he's still got a lot left in the tank. Not even 30 yet. 2-year extension. Honestly, that feels pretty fair to me. I definitely had to think about it. But if he's willing to do it, then we're definitely going to do it too. So this is the first major trade here that goes down. Joel Embiid sent to the Boston Celtics. Big, piece in this deal is going to be Jaren Jackson. We've addressed pretty much all three unhappy teams. 76ers need to at least make a change. They're not trying to not contend. They get a younger Jaren Jackson Jr., Drew Holiday, and a first from Boston next year, so that's very valuable. Memphis needs to make a change, so they are going to get rid of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Marcus Smart for a first, 2 seconds, and Kristaps Porzingis. So they're shedding the Smart salary. Obviously, they can't pay everybody, so they're choosing Bane and Ja over Jaren Jackson, getting a replacement in Porzingis, who is fairly comparable. Obviously, you ask yourself, as Boston, this is a lot of depth to give up. but it's a big all-in move. And at the end of the day, you got to make moves. You got to make risks. I feel like this is one of the big risks that these teams are going to make. Can't get much worse, honestly, if you're Boston. And all teams do accept the trade. The next domino to fall, Devin Booker going to the Pistons with Kevon Looney, Andrew Wiggins, Tobias Harris, and 3 first-round picks. Basically Detroit's whole future. Not this year's pick, not the year after, but the 3 years after that are mortgaged to Phoenix for Devin Booker. So you really, really hope this experiment goes well. But Detroit is making a win-now move, bringing the Detroit native home. Devin Booker getting off a horrendous Suns team. And this one goes through as well. Phoenix really is selling the farm here. They're getting rid of Kevin Durant and sending him to Minnesota, a deal very similar to what I would imagine the deal in real life that fell through at the deadline this year was. Julius Randle, Naz Reid, a first and a second. It's a lot to give up for KD this late in his career, but once again, Timberwolves are trying to contend, and those are guys you have to pay. And the biggest domino, Giannis Antetokounmpo going to the OKC Thunder with Marshawn Beauchamp for Nicholas Claxton, Jalen Williams, Des Gabriel, and 2 firsts. It's a pretty big deal. Des Gabriel, former 3rd overall pick. He's having a pretty good rookie year. You know, statistically, you can't be super mad at it. Not a lot of expectation going into the year given his limited role. The Thunder are just going absolutely on as well, pushing all their chips to the table. I mean, it's Giannis, and he's only 31. Giannis and Shea are going to be an insane duo. I cannot wait to see this in action. Interesting to see Nick Claxton get traded so soon after already being acquired, trading Hartenstein, but now you see they got that ammo, now they are going to acquire one of the best players in the league. And one of the final dominoes to fall would be Damian Lillard, Bobby Portis, and Dennis Schroeder heading to LA for Lauri Markkanen, Austin Reeves, and Jalen Hood-Schifino. Lakers obviously need to make a change. The Lauri Markkanen trade is not working out how they wanted. They do accept this deal, and we're going to see if it works out for them. Looking a recap at all these teams, this is what the 76ers are looking like. Maxey Holiday, George, Martin, Jaren Jackson Jr., and then, the bench guys. The Bucks, Austin Reeves at point guard, Bruce Brown, J-Dub, and Lauri Markkanen and Claxton. Rookie Des Gabriel is going to come off the bench as the 6th man. Then you've got Peyton Pritchard, White, Brown, Tatum, and obviously Embiid. They gave up a lot of depth. I would think that Marcus Smart would be the starting point guard, and Pritchard would still, retain his 6-man role. Taking a look at the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Williams, and then Foster and Porzingis. They didn't make a huge move, but the Lakers certainly did. Damian Lillard, Buddy Hield, LeBron, Portis, and Davis is going to be an interesting roster going forward. And the Pistons, Devin Booker and Cade Cunningham has dangerous potential. Ivy is now the certified 6th man. I think they've got a lot of balance. And speaking of balance, let's look at Phoenix. They've got a very, very nice roster, very well-rounded team, not a ton of star talent at this point. And the Thunder, speaking of star talent, Shea and Giannis and Holmgren in the same starting lineup. Caruso and Dort with Wallace and Topic, Bull and Hawk Kittles off the bench. I mean, this rotation is nasty. Minnesota as well, underrated trade for Kevin Durant. Very good, well-rounded team as well. It's going to be a really fun playoffs. I'm really looking forward to it. Now that we got that out of the way, we are going to look ahead to this matchup we have against the San Antonio Spurs. Caden Banks, the former number 2 overall pick last year, obviously going to be one of the main reasons we're excited for this game. You also got Jimmy Butler, Victor Wembanyama, obviously, Devin Vassell. You also have Debo Moore. He was the 16th overall pick, someone that we could have drafted, but we chose Shep Pickett and Jaren Bamba, so we'll see if we missed out, made the wrong decision there. And Cam Thomas, unfortunately, does go down as we lose a game to the Suns, and then we lose to the Wizards, win a couple in a row against the Hawks and the Celtics. Looking at the Phoenix game, it's funny, they just traded all their players, and then they won a game. Cam Thomas obviously gets hurt in this one, leads the way in scoring. Jonas Valanciunas cooking us like that is criminal. and we just did not have a game that we needed to have. I think Knight did a good job, Bomba did a good job, but 4 for 16 from Chet Pickett is disgusting. In the win against the Hawks, Jaren Bamba, Knight lead the way. Very, very efficient. Chet Pickett, not efficient, but he dished out some assists. Trae Young was contained. Definitely didn't take the game over, and that's how we're able to win. We do also take a victory, a blowout victory, I might add, against the Celtics off their trade. Jaylen Brown going 5 of 17. He is with us. Chet Pickett also had a good game. Noah Clowney had a good game. And, yeah, it's what we needed to do to win. Heading into the matchup, these are the stats of the team, what we're looking like. Got a lot of balanced scoring, a lot of production from the rookies, exactly what we were hoping for when we drafted these guys. Hartenstein leading the team in rebounds, Bamba leading the team in assists, Pickett leading in steals, Hartenstein leading in blocks, and Pickett leading in turnovers as well. Shout out to Brian Knight for leading in fouls at 3.4 a game. Yikes. Taking a look at the Spurs, they are led by Wembanyama, 23 points per game, followed up by Banks. Pretty balanced scoring from them. Obviously, Wemby led in rebounds. Butler leads in assists, but Wemby leads in steals and blocks and turnovers. But without further ado, we're going to get right into this matchup. Unfortunate that we're not going to have Cam Thomas for it. Ultimately, we do end up going with the classics, aways and homes. And without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, and here we are at tip-off. Wemby wins it. No surprise, and we are underway. Sohan gets the screen from Wemby. Goes around Clowney, picks up the dribble, fires to Castle, but the three is no good. Knight takes the screen from Hartenstein, pulls up, and the midi is pure. Nice shot making from Knight. We are going to need every bit of it. Sohan gets another screen from Wemby. Offense is flowing through him. He gets the wide open three, and he buries it. Good start for Sohan. I was definitely questioning why they were running through him, but hey, he makes it work. Bamba finds Knight, and he responds with a three. Wembanyama isos on Hartenstein at the top. Gets it to Vassell, who finds Butler. Butler around the free throw line, drives on Pickett, and lays it up and in. Pickett gets the screen from Hartenstein, goes around it, and Wembanyama erases the shot. Pickett now gets free for a moment, misses Bamba, who drives right by him and lays it up and in. Great move there by Bamba, creates some space and just soft touch at the rim. Bamba guarding Castle. They're trying to get it to Wemby in the post. Hartenstein guarding him. He goes right around him, gets the foul. The first for Wembanyama is up and in, and the second for Wemby is up and in as well. Game's back tied at 7. Bamba is going to take it up the floor. Another pick and roll. He goes around, tries to go to the corner for Pickett, who pumps, backing him down. Spins off. Fader is no good. Oh, nice play by Knight. Vassell gets open from the midi and buries it. Bamba gets the screen from Hartenstein, goes all the way and throws it down. Butler trying to make his move on Pickett. Floats it up, and it's no good. Knight trying to push on the break, putting the moves on him, backing him down, fading away, but the shot won't go. Castle pushes on the break, up and under is good. Bamba getting another screen. Pick and roll offense. Goes to Knight in the corner. He pump fakes on the three, tries to drive on Vassell, and the shot won't go. Trying to draw that charge. Wembanyama is not fooled. He's got this mismatch, but he passes it to Castle. Knight guarding Castle, gets the screen, tries to put it up, and it won't go. On the break, we get it to Knight. Wide open three is off. Gotta hit those, capitalize on those type of opportunities if you want to win the game. Butler with Pickett all over him. Resets at the top, gets the screen from Wemby. They go inside, and Wemby throws it down. Up ahead to Clowney. He pump fakes on Sohan, waiting. Gets the ball to Bamba, who pumps and drives on his own. Gets it to Pickett. Pumps on him. Trying to create some type of mismatch, and we get none. Knight gets a little bit of space. Pulls the three, and it's money. You need this shot making from Brian Knight. He is absolutely killing it today. Vassell gets the screen, gets the space, but the three rattles out. Bamba gets the Clowney screen, drives all the way, and throws it down again for the lead. Knight and Bamba have all 14 of our points combined. That's kind of crazy. Love that the rookies are being aggressive tonight. And Wembanyama, guarded by Hartenstein, kicks to Butler in the corner, sets a great screen, seals, and gets fouled again. First free throw for Wembanyama is money. And the second is up and good as well. The lead is back with the Spurs. We're going to get it to Knight. He's going to drive and get fouled. Knight at the line. The first is up and in. And the second for Knight is up and rattles in again. Banks is finally into the game, the number 2 overall pick. Ball goes to Wembanyama at the top. He jabs. Hartenstein trying to stay with him and gets absolutely cooked. And Wembanyama throws it down. Bamba gets another pick and roll. Goes around it. Flings it out for Clowney, but that 3 is off. Caden Banks now with it. Gets the screen from Wemby and throws a perfect pocket pass, and now Wembanyama's got takeover. We need a timeout. We created the mismatch. Clowney's got Banks on him. We're going to try that patented fader, but this time it does not go. Banks got Adams on him, kicks it to Vassell, and that 3 is money. Spurs quickly building a lead. We got to get some points back to answer. It's getting out of control. Pickett, nice pump fake. And has Knight wide open for 3, and it's green again. Brian Knight is absolutely lighting it up here to start the game. 13 quick ones. First quarter's not even over yet. Banks, holding at the top, gets it into Wembanyama. They get it right back to him, but the layup is no good. Pickett trying to drive on Butler. Puts him back into the post. Are we going to try another fadeaway? We are, and it does not go. And Wembanyama's right there. Tried to draw another charge. Doesn't go. And Sohan misses that awkward lay. We're back on the break again. Knight drives, forces it, and gets fouled. Knight now with the opportunity to pad his points even more. The first one rattles out. And the second free throw for Knight is money. 14 for Knight, 6 for Bamba. They still combine for all of our points, and they now get it to Wembanyama, who is in takeover mode, absolutely crossing Adams up, goes right at him, and actually loses the takeover with a miss. They get it to Knight, forces the 3 on the break, and it's no good. This time we're going to draw the charge. Bamba stepping in the way of Wemby on the fast break. That's got to hurt. Bamba putting on the gas. Tries to drive right at him and lays it in to tie the game. And Bamba and Knight still combined for all 22 of our team's points. Caden Banks to Sohan on the wing. He goes back to the top. Sohan now gets another screen. Takes it and drives all the way for the lay. Another screen for Bamba. Clowney gets the mismatch on Banks again. Trying to hunt some mismatches, get some guys some favorable looks. This is the first time we've played with Clowney, and unfortunately the shot won't go. Try to draw another charge there. Doesn't go, but we get the steal. Pickett, quick hands underneath, and we're out and running again. Knight finds Clowney, and he slams it. Great feed inside, led him perfectly for the dunk. Sohan guarded by Clowney in the corner. They set a down screen. Butler gets it over to Banks. For 3, it's no good. Knight gets the screen from Adams. He pulls up another 3, and it's no good. Wow, Vassell on the break. 3 is no good. Now we're back pushing. Knight ahead of the pack. Leaves it short at the rim. Gets it to Pickett, who slams it home. On the assist from Brian Knight come the first 2 points of the game, not scored by him or Bamba. And no surprise, it's our other rookie, Pickett. Banks around the screen, dumps back off to Gerard Baku. Hands off for Vassell. Step back, mid-range, tries to drive inside, and Knight gets a piece of it. Knight on the break, finds back to Bamba. You know what we're doing. It's another pick and roll. Adams sets the screen. Bamba floats it up and in with the toilet roll. Just like that, we're building a little lead. Definitely a good response, good close to the quarter so far. And off the reach, Vassell fades to the left, but the 3 won't go. Up ahead to Knight. He's guarded by multiple guys. Finds Pickett in the corner. Tries to make a move. He's going to back him down. Goes Back to the fadeaway, and it just will not go. We make Hachimura pick up the dribble. Gets out to Butler. Still guarded by Pickett. Baku sets a great screen. Jimmy gets to his spot. Overcommit from Pickett, and Jimmy gets the 2. Seconds ticking down here. Knight pulls a bomb, and it's green. That put him in takeover mode. Banks at the horn. You're kidding! What a shot from Caden Banks at the buzzer. What a close to the first quarter. Honestly, that's kind of a devastating end of the quarter. I was really feeling great, especially after that shot from Knight. But Banks answers, and now we've only got a 2-point lead. Bamba now around that screen, gets absolutely swatted. Hachimura pushing on the break, gets it to Banks. The miracle worker is doubled, doesn't pass it. Bamba literally goes through his body to hit it. That doesn't work. Now they reset with Branham. Gets the screen from Hachimura. Bamba overcommits, leaving Hachimura wide open. Corner 3, splash. On the other end, Pickett trying to go at Vassell. Gives it to Knight. The pump and the cross. Nasty. Gets the board, though. Pickett, guarded at the top by Branham, goes right around him and lays it in with the left. Smooth move from Pickett. Definitely not a great game so far on his fadeaways, but he's been making a living at the line. And here he is again, gets the steal, and then the pass to Bamba, who gets fouled. Bamba's first at the line is up and rattles out. Bamba's second at the line is green. Wow, Banks just pulls that as I'm making substitutions, and he buries it. Definitely got a little lost with Bamba there, I won't lie. I got to finish up these subs. Now we're going to call the screen. Knight and Adams running that pick and roll, and they play it pretty well. Get it to Bamba, who tries to make a move. They get it to Knight again. He's going to have to make something happen. He chooses the fader, and it is off. That's typically the type of shot that we're going to, and we get a ridiculous charge. I mean, just completely stood still, and they ran right into us. Hey, if we got to cheese the game, we got to cheese the game. Now all those subs checking in. We got Watford and Simmons running the pick and roll here. Swing it out to Watford. Tries to make his move. They get it to Zaire for 3, and it's no good. And we're going to get another charge on Hachimura. That one I feel like was pretty valid. Just ran him right over. Hey, that's the type of defense we're going to play. You don't get free lanes to the basket. You got to maneuver us. Going to get another screen. Simmons and Hartenstein running it this time. And Simmons gets swatted by Wembanyama. They go back to him. Back out. And they leave Watford for 3. We take the lead again. It has been a very back and forth game so far. And now Caden Banks is going to be looking to get him a bucket. Hands off for Vassell around 2 screens. Gets the wide open midi, and he cannot get it to go. Simmons now pushing on the break. Nobody with him. And he lays it up and in, and 1. Ben Simmons checks right into the game. Misses the free throw, but still injecting some serious adrenaline into this offense. Banks finds him inside. Shot's no good. We get the rebound. We are now out and pushing with Herter. He pulls the 3, but it's no good. Banks goes right at him, and 1 right back. Not a ton going on for him. Obviously came off the bench, but oh my God, he's had 2 really, really good plays so far. Not exactly a stat stuffer yet, but as a rookie, he's making the flashes that you want to see. Simmons backing down Banks. He gets the double. They get it eventually to Williams in the corner, and Zaire misses the shot. Almost gets the steal there. Vassell now. Simmons guarding him. They go inside to Butler, guarded by Williams. Face-up game. Butler misses. Now Simmons pushing on the other end. Nobody's with him, and he throws it down. Banks dribbling at the top. Passes inside. Butler guarded by Watford. Puts up another shot and banks it in. Jimmy Butler doing his thing, not hogging it, but seeing his spots and getting his points efficiently. Simmons now around another screen and lays it in again. Simmons with a quick 6 straight points to start since coming off the bench. That's why he's our 6th man. And now we get should have had a steal there, and we're going to get called for the reach-in. They inbound it to Banks. He's in the corner. He drives on Simmons, gets locked up. Oh, what a move. The step back, but he cannot finish. Back to Simmons, trying to go by Banks. Kinda does. Oh, my God. Ben Simmons, what a move. Just puts the muscle on him. Welcome to the league, Rook. They go inside. Banks in the post with Simmons guarding him. Gets the screen from Hachimura and lays it up, but it will not go. And Zaire makes a miss, tries to lay it up with Herter, but the shot does not fall. They are pushing. And Banks is on the break, gets swatted by Simmons, but he recovers, and they reset. Oh, Vassell, quick trigger, but it does not go. Williams now on the break, and throws it down. Simmons guarding Banks. Banks trying to go at him, picks up the dribble and swings to Castle. Castle goes inside, right back to Banks, and the layup does not go. Zaire, after the pump fake, trying to drive, force his way inside, and it rattles out. Banks stops on the break, trying to decide what he wants to do. Pulls back again, putting the moves on Simmons. Throws to Vassell. Then they get it to Butler, who misses the three. A lot of close misses for San Antonio. Those are going to start falling eventually. We need to take advantage, and we do with Zaire on the layup on the break. We're doing a great job pushing the ball. We're doing a great job capitalizing, scoring in transition off of misses. I feel like the way that we're playing is perfect right now. And as I say that, we get another miss from Banks. Push ahead off of the miss. Williams gets another. And they need a timeout. They find Castle, guarded by Herter. Drives on him. And gets all the way to the cup and scores. Now down to a 10-point game. Bamba looking for the screen from Watford. They leave him wide open. Do you know who this man is? What a three right there. You can see how different the offense looks when the three is falling. I mean, that's just unstoppable. They go inside. Wembanyama guarded by Adams. Trying to post him up, out-physical him. It's not working so far. Gets to a new spot, and he misses. Strong defense there from Adams. Held his ground, and now we're on the break, pushing, and Bamba will get 2 at the line. Also noteworthy that is Caden Banks' 4th foul, and it is not even halftime yet. So we're going to keep attacking. I think it's working out really well for us. Bamba's second free throw is green. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Banks trying to make a move on Bamba. Handoff to Butler. Gets the double screen. Butler all the way. Lays it up and in. Bamba gets the screen from Adams. Tries to go inside for Adams. They double. Back out Bamba. His three off. Wembanyama to Butler to Castle, who drives. Pulls back. Swings inside. Hachimura gets called for 3 in the key. Spurs sitting at 6 in the standings. That's pretty good for them. Obviously, they're going to have a lot more competition with all the moves that just got made recently, so they kind of need this one. Bamba gets yet another screen from Adams. We're a pick-and-roll team. We're going to do it. It's not working out for us very well today. I was trying to feed it to Adams inside, and he just cannot put that up and in over Banks. And now Wemby, corner 3, book it. Bamba trying to force it. Goes to Williams in the corner. We're going to set the screen. We're going to take it. We're going to drive, lay it up, and it won't go. Wemby's out and pushing. Swings it to Banks. Banks trying to drive on Bamba again. Swings it to Hachimura, who gets an open 3. Wemby gets the offensive rebound. Banks gets stripped by Watford. What a play. And now we're out and running. We get it to Herter. Get inside to Adams. Get it back out. Bamba's 3 is off. And now we're going to try and draw another charge. And we do. This is retribution for all of the bad charges that have gone against us in this series. If you know, you know. Bamba pushing off of the pass. Yeah, that had 0 chance. And we're going to try and draw another. Unfortunately, they get perfect passes all the way to the layup from Butler. That cuts the lead under double digits. It's been up there for quite a while. We need to maintain, so we're going to run this pick and roll. And unfortunately, they play it perfectly, leave Steven Adams open. Everybody else, they rotate to. We try and feed it inside. Somehow it works, and we lay it up, but that does not go in. And Wembanyama on the break just pulls the three and laces it. We need a timeout. Now that we've made some substitutions, feel a little bit better about this, although we were just up like 13. Now the lead's cut to 5, but Knight gets 2 right off of the attack. That puts him up to 19 on the game. Efficiency-wise, not great, but somebody's got to shoot the shots, and he is up for the challenge. Butler going at Pickett, trying to get around him. Hop jumper, rattles out. Back to Bamba. Pumps, back to Pickett. And he tries to go at Butler. They get it to Knight. Corner 3. Rattles out. Trying to get another charge. Won't happen. Butler instead gets back to Wemby, who draws the foul on Bamba. And Wemby's first at the line. Misses. Ball don't lie. He's in takeover mode and ends up making the next one, though. So a 6-point game, under a minute to go. We're just going to try and take our 2-for-1. Bamba Clowney pick and roll. Bamba actually gets sealed off pretty well. Late recovery from Castle forces a tough miss. Bamba is doing his best, but Wembanyama in his Duffy. That is a disgusting move that he just made there, and honestly, you can't even be mad. Bamba's going to get the screen from Zaire. Tries to find him. They play really good defense again. Knight trying to back down on him. Gets to Bamba. The pump doesn't fool him. Go back to the corner. Knight trying to make something happen. Gotta go. And the shot does not go in. A little bit of a force, but the clock is turning out, and they play it perfectly. Vassell nails the 3. It's now a 1-point game. We're going to get it tonight again at the horn. Almost, but it is no good. And we are only going to go into the half up 1. Knight obviously has 19 points. He has to have 17 shots to get it. A lot of forces. Wembanyama and Butler are carrying their offense. We're doing a pretty good job on anybody else right now. Caden Banks is 3 of 10 with 8 points. Just got to maintain and keep it pushing. All right, well, didn't end up recording any audio for the first half of this game and the trade deadline. Going to have to do all that voiceover at the end. And they are going to consider leaving Brian Knight open again. It makes them pay, and we continue to push the lead. Butler guarded by Pickett. They get it to Sohan. Screen set by Wemby. Clowney fighting over it. Sohan cannot get it to go. Bamba fights and gets blocked. Sohan trying to go at Clowney. Ends up getting stood up pretty well. Back out Butler, guarded by Bamba. Wemby setting the screen. Bamba cheats on it. Gets around it. Butler gets destroyed. Oh, Pickett right by him. Throws it down. Right by Wembanyama for the slam. Still got to guard your yard. Pickett playing very good D on Jimmy Butler, if I do say so myself. Oh, man. Castle gets right around him and lays it in. Bamba around the screen. Finds Clowney. Knight gets an open look. Cannot get it to go. And Castle's going to get an open 3. That's no good. Oh, Bamba made a great move. Gets it to Knight. Knight, 3-ball. Brick. They get it to Butler. Go inside for Sohan, who dunks on Bamba's head for the and 1. Sohan's one-armed free throw is money. Bamba around that screen. Finds Pickett, who drives on Butler. Cannot get the layup to go. Butler going right at Pickett, and that is Hartenstein's final foul. Didn't even score a point. That's great. Sohan finds Castle wide open. Cannot make him pay. Pickett finds Knight. And then get back to Pickett. Oh, in and out on the 3. Vassell to Castle. Back to Vassell. Drives right by him. Puts up the midi. And it's money for the lead. Pickett just got hacked. And his first at the line is green. Pickett's second at the line is early but money. Wemby bringing it up. Adams guarding him. They swing it to Sohan, and then they get it to Vassell. Interior shot is no good. We push on the break ahead, and we turn it over. They get it to Vassell. Inside for Wemby. Clowney guarding him. It's just not fair, is it? Simmons and Clowney pick and roll here. They get it out to Clowney, who drives, get it to Simmons, and they foul him. And they get it to Knight, who drives on Vassell. Nothing doing. Simmons always with the pump fakes. Kill me. Knight, step back three, does not go. They force the pass out from Butler's hands. He gets it right back. Gets around a couple screens, and eventually Knight fouls. Butler now. Pickett steals it temporarily, but then Butler gets a three in the corner, and we're going to call a timeout. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. Oh, man, on the break, a three, it's no good. Oh, my God, Williams dusted him. Cannot get the midi to go, though. Goes inside, Wemby. Might as well just put those two on the board. Shake Milton for three. Bang! We just got to stay in it. We're not expecting to, build a lead right now, but you just got to stay with it. Castle jabs at Milton, gets the screen from Wemby, drives on him. Left all alone, and he cannot make him pay. Milton around that screen. Finds Herter in the corner, and he ties it up. Like I said, it's just good, sound basketball that keeps us in these games, and believe me, we are fighting. And Castle gets an open shot. He can't make it, though. Herter all the way, lays it in for the lead. We're doing everything we can right now. We need a win. I need a win. Butler finds Sohan, and he buries it. Takes the lead right back. Oh, man. Yeah, Herter just did not finish that. Yeah, and Butler's three on the break is money, and we're calling another timeout. We're going to leave this bench out there just for a little bit longer. We obviously need to stay in the game, but we need to have, healthy, uninjured guys coming back in, as Sharp just absolutely blows whatever opportunity was had there. Oh, Vassell gets a nice spot, pulls up for the midi. Luckily, it does not go. Now we got Caden Banks back out here. And they're going to leave Watford for three. Somehow that works out for him. Banks to Sohan to Vassell in the corner. Wemby setting him a screen. Vassell cannot make the shot. Milton gets the screen. Oh, Wemby, what a play. Read that perfectly. Left his man and dunks it on the other end. Milton gets a screen. Pops back. Three-pointer. No good. Wemby, contested by Herter's three is no good. Herter gets a lot of space and cannot get it to go. Wemby gets the board. I don't know what just happened there and how they didn't just capitalize. We will take it. Vassell's three contested is no good as well. And Milton just gets stuffed. Does recover, gets it to Zaire for three, and that is no good. And Butler in the corner goes at Williams, finds Sohan. Sohan gets it to Wemby. Takeover's up. Sharp stays with him for the most part to start. Looking pretty good, and it is. Herter now gets another screen. They get it to Watford. Watford on the drive. Cannot get the layup or the rebound. So brutal. Herter around that screen. Gets it to Milton for three. It's no good, and we are going into the fourth and final quarter down 9. Butler. Whoa, what a move. What a move. Absolutely insane. No even comment on that one. Watford trying to get a 3 right back. It will not go. Oh, man. Yeah, it's that type of game. Just pouring it on now. Yeah, Watford got you in the air that time, and that layup is good. Oh, he just barreled him over. No call. And then Banks is going to get to his little midi, which is off. Milton around that little screen there. Herder for 3. It's money! About time one of those threes fell. Milton playing superb defense on Banks up until the very end, but we finished strong. Oh my gosh, Herder. Oh. And Hachimura does not get the 3. Milton, quick layup on the break, cuts the lead to 6. Banks backing him down. Finds Castle, who's trying to make a move. They get it to Jimmy, driving on Williams. Zaire plays great defense, but Butler, better offense. Oh, man. Oh, my God, Jake Milton, what a move. So after all that, we get to bring in our best players, the starters, who immediately give up an open shot. Luckily, doesn't go. Oh, yeah, Pickett. All the way, and 1! Chet Pickett greens the free throw and makes it a 3-point game. Hachimura kicks to Banks. Banks trying to make a move on Bamba. Same draft class, college rivals. And Bamba wins that possession. Goes to Bamba again. It gets blocked. Oh, man. Banks pull-up 3 is money. Pickett's 3 is off. No way. Gets the screen from Adams. Pull-up is just not what I was looking for there at all. Banks goes inside. Hachimura. Easy layup. Oh, Knight, wide open 3. It's just not falling today. I mean, that cannot fall. And Pickett gets fouled. The first free throw rattles in, and the second is up. A little early, but it goes. They get to Branham in the corner, who finds the cell. He can't make it, though. Oh, my God. Pickett greens the 3. Back to a 3-point game. Got to get stops. Got to execute. That's really all you can ask for down the stretch. Branham. Oh, we give him a 3 right back. Knight gets the screen. They get it to Bamba for 3. Cannot get it to go, but Adams crashes on the glass and lays it in. Branham gets it inside, and Wemby answers. Knight gets the screen. We had Pickett wide open. Just couldn't find him. Pickett in the corner. It won't go. Wow. Wemby just pull up on the break. It's easy. Pickett gets the screen from Adams. Finds Bamba for 3, and it won't go again. And Vassell's midi is no good. Gets it out to Sohan, and Banks gets fouled. Banks' shot is money. And the second for Banks is money as well. Puts the lead up to 10. That's a charge, and the game is over. Sick. I don't know. I'm going to challenge the call. Who cares? Assuming that means that we did not get it. We're making some subs, just some guys that are actually well rested. Sohan defended by Watford. Wow, okay, yeah, that'll do it. Bamba gets the pick and pop. They find Herder wide open, and he buries the 3. It isn't over till it's over. 3 more threes, and we're tied. That would obviously imply that we don't ever give up points during that stretch, which is obviously less than guaranteed, as Butler gets inside, although that doesn't go. Herder gets the screen, And Watford gets the 3. Does not go. Watford cannot guard Wemby. Pickett gets to his spot. Shot won't go. Okay, dude. Falls right on him. Can't get a call. Sick. Vassell pulls it back. Buries the 3. And that is the dagger. Okay, man. Just take away all my joy. You want to take my kids and my house, too? Vassell around a screen from Wemby. 3 won't go. Bamba gets some retribution. Realistically, though, down 12, 2 minutes to go. This game is all but over. Wemby going at Clowney. Holding his own. And wins the battle on that one. Bamba. The 3 is money. 9-point game, minute 30 to go. I mean, I'm delusional for thinking we have a chance, but I gotta try. He's going right at Clowney. I mean, I feel like we were doing a pretty good job. We forced him into that spot. Castle gonna have to put something up. Oh my God! The perfect defensive possession results in a very imperfect result. And Watford cannot get the layup to go. That is going to seal it. Finally seeing Debo Moore as he... No. There's no way that we're calling that. Branham's going to get one last... yeah, one last hurrah. And sweet. We'll get Herter one more 3. Why not? Just for the heck of it. But that is going to do it. 11-point loss to the Spurs. Wembanyama was just too much for us. 114-103 the final. No surprise, Wemby is the player of the game. He was all over the place on every area of the floor. Just an all-around player. Looking at our stats, Brian Knight, 22, but on 23 shots. Nobody shot it well. Herter, I guess, but most of those are garbage time. I guess Ben Simmons was all right, but yeah, you really need a primary shot creator like Cam Thomas, and you missed him, clearly, tonight. 25 rebounds for Wembanyama, 2 blocks. Feel like we did a good job avoiding him. But 31 on 16 shots. Butler was efficient. Vassell was not, and Banks was not. But, yeah, it did not matter. Castle either, actually. They're all pretty bad, but it was just enough to win. Looking at the team comparison, yeah, it's pretty hard to win a game where you shoot under 40% from both the field and 3. Definitely doesn't help to have turnovers. Although, honestly... I think we did a great job taking care of the ball. We got out-rebounded, obviously. We had more offensive rebounds. They clearly moved the ball more. We had way more help off the bench than they did, but clearly the starters just did not do what we needed them to do. Rising star game happens. Shep Pickett, 10-7. Bamba didn't really have a great game, honestly. Knight did okay. So Brian Knight actually makes the 3-point contest, so we are actually going to play as him. Pretty cool here. Kyrie with the Mavs. I am just going to skip him. I don't want to see everything that they did, so he gets 11. Next up, Jalen Brunson averaging 30 on the year. Yeesh. And he ends up with 23, so that's a pretty good score. Next up is Jason Tatum. We're going to have to see, and he gets 26. Wow, he is really gunning today. Next up, we have LaMelo Ball. Wonder what he can do. Ultimately, he finishes with 23 as well, so that looks like the score to beat. And here we are, Brian Knight, 18 points per game. Probably one of the highest scoring. We're going to have Rack 2 be the money ball. I don't know why, that just feels right to me. And here we are, we've got it, and that's green. That's a little early. That's a little early, too. Green. And a little late. Makes it, though. That's money. Money ball. Misses slightly. But that is green. We're all over it. A little early on that one. A little early as well. Didn't make any of those. Did not do really well on the money ball rack. Need to get some of these to be green. There we go. Speak of the devil. And back to back. Can't get 3 in a row. That's still too early of a release. That goes in, though. We're not doing too bad, but I don't know if we're going to do well enough to make the final. We're doing okay on this final rack here. It's a bunch of greens in a row. Missed that one, and we don't even get the final shot off. 17 is the final score. Not the worst. Definitely not the best. I think we're going to see ourselves out in the first round for sure. Beal definitely seals it. That's 3 people with the score of 23. Jason Tatum with 26. Brunson goes again, and this time he gets 12. Obviously, this is the tiebreaker round. Next up, LaMelo in the tiebreaker round. See what he can do. He gets 18, so a lot stronger of a start there. Bradley Beal fighting for the right to stay in it and comes up short with 10. So ultimately in the tiebreaker round, Bradley Beal is eliminated. Jalen Brunson moves on. He has 26 in the final round. Absolute stud. Next up, LaMelo. Final round puts up 12. So after all that, just an absolute final round stinker. And it's all up to Jason Tatum. Can he do it? We sim to the end, and he gets 18. And just like that, Jalen Brunson is your three-point contest champion. And now, guess what we have? Jaren Bamba in the dunk contest. So if that wasn't enough fun, we get another player to participate. Scoot Henderson gonna go here. Start off from this side, and pretty basic dunk there, honestly. And they're gonna give him a 39 for that. Next up, we've got the evil twin here, Amen Thompson. He's going to start out on the right side, and he does the same exact dunk from the opposite side. Yeah, yeah, that's even worse. It should be absolutely. I think 31 is a generous score there. Sorry, I've never played this before, so I got to actually see here. All right, well, we're just going to see what happens here. Oh, pretty sick windmill, can't lie. Yep, first try. Yeah, that feels like a dunk contest type of dunk. Switcheroo on the windmill and the hang. It's at least better than what the other guys have done so far. And the judges don't think so. We have the worst total score. I don't know how that makes any sense. I guess we have Dash Mitchell up here. And he is going to do the most basic dunk of all time. If this gets a higher score than a 30, I'm going to lose it. Yeah, we saw it. It's not very impressive. That gets a 31. Okay, dude. This game is a joke. All right, Scoot's second dunk. What are we doing? Okay. I don't know if that was that crazy, but flex on him, I guess. A 43? What are we talking about? How? Yeah, this is broken. Absolutely broken. I genuinely... And he misses the dunk, so there you go. That would have been cool if it was the first time. And now he's glitching out. He doesn't know what to do. He's going to start at the top. And he tries it again, and he misses it again. He's only got 10 seconds to come up with a dunk here. He's going to start back at the line. He heads in, and he just does a very simple windmill. If this gets more than a 30, I am going to lose my mind. Dude, he missed the dunk twice, and then he did a windmill. He gets 2 more points than what we got. All right, we're going to try this. Oh, we cannot get the 360 to go. We're going to try it again, though. Oh, yeah, that was sick. I get that we missed the first time, but look at this dunk. Like, that's nasty. This is with effort. Like, this is at least a decent dunk. Compared to what we've been seeing, 38. Okay, that's a good score. If they gave me that on the first one, I wouldn't be complaining. Now we got Dash Mitchell here. Okay, nice little cock it back from the side. That is an interesting celebration. Yeah, we saw it. Not too bad. Yep, 32. I think that's fair. Somehow Jaron Bamba is in second place, and Scoot Henderson obviously wins the dunk contest. We're going to sim past the All-Star break because the rest of this doesn't matter. We're going to sim through the final games of the year. The final games of the month, rather, as we actually go on quite a bit of a streak, little 4-game win streak. Snaps our 2-game losing streak. Obviously, Cam Thomas comes back, isn't fully right. Paolo Banchero shreds us. But then we win a very close one against the Warriors. Steph Curry and Ingram are contained. Bagley's contained. Great game from Cam Thomas. Real alpha dog type of night. The rookies are all inefficient, but hey, it's enough to win in OT. We win against Miami, Hero, and Rozier especially. Looks like he was gambling on this game. Definitely took his unders. But yeah, very spread the wealth type of night. Pickett is just, having a disgusting year, field goal percentage-wise. But we've got the Celtics number, apparently. Yucky game from literally everyone. Oh, my God. 4 for 15, 5 for 17, 4 for 16, 4 for 15. Gross. But Brian Knight saves us, and the Celtics somehow shoot even worse than we did. We also beat the Celtics again, so we absolutely have their number. Just doing what it takes to win. You got to love to see it. This episode is definitely going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to have to edit it and then do the voiceover. So hopefully the voiceover went well. I hope you're all enjoying the series. I think that we've made some pretty big changes today. Just shook up the league a little bit. The Thunder are obviously now disgusting title contenders. Giannis and Shea on the same team is ridiculous. The Houston Rockets, as we've already covered in previous episodes, are nasty. I mean, they've just got boatload of talent. They're just kind of missing that one alpha dog guy, but they're hoping that somebody develops into that. Obviously, you've now got KD on the Timberwolves. I mean, I'm really excited for the playoffs. It's going to shape up pretty well out west. Very excited for that. And obviously, we are trying to push for a playoff spot of our own. We're kind of slipping. We were more so in the 4 or 5 seed spot. Obviously, Detroit bought at the deadline. They got themselves Devin Booker. Everybody else kind of stayed pat, but we all know the Cavs made a trade already to get Kyle Kuzma, who is absolutely hurt, and Wendell Carter. That trade seems to be benefiting the Cavs, who were coming off a pretty rough season last year, if I'm not mistaken. I guess not a bad season, but they already have more wins now than they did last year, and way less losses. So, yeah, I'd say that trade worked out for them. Orlando is fighting just to make the play-in right now, so that was pretty unexpected. Honestly, I'm just yapping. If you have any teams that you see in particular that you want us to play in the next month, let me know. I think at the end of the day, it's pretty obviously going to either be the Timberwolves or the Thunder. As much as I would love to play the Bucks, I do think that we have to prioritize the really, really good teams. Like, we'll probably play the Celtics here with Embiid in the final month of April. Maybe we'll play the Lakers, who just acquired Dame. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. Glad all of you are enjoying the series, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.